Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. Alright, so earlier today I pulled a couple cards to share in the community post, but I got really busy doing things, so I wanted to make sure that I brought that message through in this reading. So the two cards that I pulled were Boiler Room, okay? Deceptive and high pressure tactics to convince you of something, questionable motive. So that sounds like, it feels like manipulation to me. Deception, pressure that somebody might be trying to put on you, but not in a very obvious way. Like they might be doing it in the background, okay? And then cut through the noise. It says, ignore the distractions and get focused. People and things are trying to distract you. Ignore them. This is card 123 and Boiler Room is card 51. So there may be some things going on around you where people are, I see like people off in your peripheral vision, like tap dancing, trying to do crazy stuff to get your attention, trying to get your focus on them. Also, they might be saying like what I refer to as slick shit. Like things that are not very like loud in your face rude, but it's like a little snide comment or something that, you know, when somebody says it, you're kind of like, wait, what'd you say? Come again. So things like that, but it's a very sly energy and it feels very cunning. And this person or these people know exactly what they're doing. They know that you are about business. They know that you are in a time right now where you are manifesting beautifully. You really are. I can feel that energy. And I'm seeing in my mind's eye 4-leaf clovers. I was about to say closures. So something is coming to a close, but it's lucky for you. It's like it's time for it to end. 4-leaf closures, 4-leaf clovers. Ashe. So there's something that's coming to an end in your world, but it's a necessary transformation. So people can sense this, and it's like they want to hold on and come along for the ride, but not everyone is meant to come through this portal with you, because that would defeat the purpose of the transformation. You're leveling up, you're ascending energetically, I'm getting financially, health-wise. Also, a lot of things may have been going wrong lately. There may have been a lot of mini towers, like where it just felt like things were going wrong left and right. Divine is saying that this is because you're being encouraged to see very clearly and to be reminded of what should not come along with you in your new life, in your journey to your new life. Okay, because that's what you're manifesting, is a brand new life that is so beautiful and peaceful and abundant. Okay, so when things start going wrong, it's just the universe reminding you, keep going, remain on this path, because as you continue to release those things that are not meant to come with you through this portal to your new life, you're going to see that there is more peace and that there is a lot more opportunity to relax your mind and create and enjoy life, okay? But those reminders and those tough situations that continue to happen, is just, that's the way it goes when it's time to release something. It's a reminder that yes, we do have to let that go, because all it brings is the energy of death and heaviness and sadness and pain and grief. Okay? So there's no room for that in your new life. Okay. Let's go ahead and start pulling some cards. Yeah? Let's pull a card to see the overall energy of your reading. Trust. Divine says trust yourself. Trust your spirit allies. They have been with you all this time. They have not forsaken you. They've been with you since day one. They're not going to leave you now. Okay? Yeah. I see you taking time to reflect on the times when divine really did come through for you. Like those miraculous instances in your life where you knew that something or someone was guiding you, supporting you, leading you, protecting you. You might even want to document this somehow, like just to remind yourself when you start losing, or if you ever start to lose hope a little bit in those dark moments, right? It happens to all of us. You can reflect on those times where divine truly came through and it was so clear that it was like beyond the shadow of a doubt that you were being protected divinely. Okay? Yeah, trust yourself. You know what you're doing a whole lot more than you think you do. Really, you know? This could be energetic too, like someone could be trying to, with that noise, that background noise, or it was cut through the noise, but that boiler room, there could be someone intentionally trying to get you to doubt yourself so that you won't leave them in the dust, or so that you don't become the best version of yourself. For some of you, what's going on is that you've got somebody who does not want you to move forward because you're proving them wrong. They told you that something would not work out. They told you that you were not worthy of something. They told you that whatever dream it is that you're manifesting right now, and you are manifesting it, they told you that it would never work. And so now, with you proving them wrong, their jaw is on the floor. They're drooling all over the place, looking like a damn fool. And and they don't like it. They don't want to be proven wrong. Also, you know, it's like they just don't want to be left behind. Yeah. But love, if this is a person who is family or friend, love supports genuinely. And love does not fear when someone else is doing something that they're not doing. So, if it's not love, then what is it? You know what I mean? All right, Divine, what else from this deck? All right, you have divine protection on your journey. Okay, what's coming through is a motherly love, because the way that she's holding that there, it looks like she's got her hands on her pregnant belly. Some of you may be preparing to birth a child, or you may be trying to conceive a child. You are protected in your fertility journey. But an ancestor is coming through. This is a mother, or it could be a grandmother, but I'm definitely picking up on a mother. But it is a feminine energy, an ancestor. I feel like it's a mom. Okay? And she says that she has her eyes on you, and she's guiding you. She says, listen for me. I'll whisper to you. She's specifically saying at night, when you close your eyes, see her. See her in your mind's eye. Yeah. She wants to guide you, and she wants to help you into the next phase of your life. She says, I know I wasn't always there for you, but I'm here now, and I love you. Ashe. Ashe. Strong mother energy here, coming through to guide you and to protect you. She says, I'm watching you transform. She says you're changing like the seasons change. It's so beautiful to watch. She says, I give you my light. I give you my light. Ashe. Thank you. Everything that you experience, whether you perceive it as good or bad, is helping you on your manifestation journey. You're very powerful with what you do. Divine is pointing us to the full moon. Okay, pay very close attention to the energy of the full moon phases, particularly the days before peak illumination. Okay, I keep a moon app on my phone that helps me to always know where the moon is and what zodiac sign. And also when a new moon, 11:11 on the timer. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. This is a really good idea for you, okay? Coming through at 11:11. If you have a moon tracker or a moon app, and it'll let you know like where exactly the moon is, in what phase, and in what zodiac sign. So Divine is saying that the week prior to the full moon, take a look, research the astrology of it, and then just tune in to see what is coming through to you, okay? Heavy moon energy here. You may have a lot of Cancerian energy in your chart, or you may be involved with someone who has a lot of Cancerian energy, a lover, a close friend. For some of you, this mother figure is or had a lot of Cancerian energy. Okay. Divine says to connect with animals. Some of you have animals of your own, okay? But tune in to the animal spirits. Let them guide you, let them teach you, let them show you the way. I know there are like courses on this and stuff, but it really is just as simple as paying attention to them. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. You have a very close connection with animal spirits, and they're here to teach you. The wolf is coming through. You may be a lone wolf, but Divine says you are a very peaceful lone wolf. But you've had to fight as well. Divine says, let us help you fight. They say you don't have to fight all of your battles. We're fighting many for you. Many. Trust that. Trust that we're helping you to fight your battles. They said we're moving you into a time where you don't have to fight as much. And you will realize with time that you don't have to fight as much because your energy is bigger. Your energy is growing. And spirits will automatically know not to mess with you. They said you're going through what you are going through, and you've been through what you've been through so that you could know your power, so that you could harness it and walk in your power. A lot of people confronted you and wanted to mess with your energy because they realized that you had access to energy that you were not yet harnessing. You were sort of either shying away from it because you didn't want to appear egotistical or like you were trying to overpower someone. But they said that people could tell. And this isn't like everybody, right? These are manipulators. These are people who wanted to deceive and use you. They knew that you weren't tuning into your full power. And so they wanted to siphon that power before you could discover it. But that's why all of these obstacles have helped you to tune into your power and to know what's really there. Can't nobody mess with you now. Can't nobody mess with you now, okay? Because you have such an increased level of self-awareness. You know your strength, you know your power, and it's only going to increase. They dare not mess with you anymore. Yeah. Well, thank you, Spirit. All right, let's pull a couple of archetype cards. Thank you, Divine. Let's see. Oh, we got saboteur and athlete. Somebody wanted to play games with your energy. They wanted to sabotage your light. That's like what Spirit was just bringing through. A lot of people saw your potential before you were fully aware of it. But see, that's the ironic thing. They come in to steal from you, but it's in those games that they play with you when you realize, oh, I didn't know I could do that. You know, like you energetically fight off a demon and you're like, damn, I'm Goku up in this piece, you know? And it's empowering, but it's also it's like a lesson in what you can do. Yeah, and I feel like you've had a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons. Thank you, Divine. What does this beautiful being need to hear or know about their energy or the energies around them? You are a child of the divine. You are a chosen one. If ever there was a question, you don't have to ask it anymore. You are a chosen one. You are here to do work that is divine, that only you can do. You're not the only chosen one, but you're the only one who can do the work of the divine and the specifically wonderful, miraculous way that you can. Because you have, it's like you see things from a certain angle. You've had a certain series of experiences in your life to where you're able to address and nurture and heal and attract a certain collective. Like there are things that you can say that you can say them in a way that I can't say because it doesn't come naturally to me to say it like that. 1717 on the timer. You're the star. You are the star. Like I've got my skills, I've got my experiences that I can share with people to connect with them, but you have your own skills and experiences. So you attract the people that are meant to hear your story and are meant to experience your healing frequencies. And that's why there really doesn't need to be competition in the spiritual community, because we all are abundant if we believe we're abundant, you know what I mean? And we all have something to share as far as the way in which we uniquely nurture the collective. There could also be something here about a child that may be on your mind. The first two words that are coming through are innocence and purity. Also redemption. There may be something that you feel that you need to redeem yourself for, as far as something. What I'm getting is that you might feel like you've let a child down. You might feel like there's something that you need to do for a child that perhaps you weren't able to. But what I'm also getting is my mind is going back to this boiler room where it's like somebody's off in the background making noise, trying to deceive, trying to manipulate. There could be someone who's been manipulating the way that you feel or think about yourself as a parent. This message comes through every once in a while, so it must be popping up in the collective. Divine, please clarify this concern about a child. Okay, you're coming through as the Emperor and the Ace of Swords, so you know the truth. Divine is saying that you know the truth. Also, you're experiencing a breakthrough about a certain truth. You have nothing but love for your child or your children. So this is for those of you who are parents. Okay, remember, take what resonates. You have nothing but love for your child or children. You're an excellent provider. You provide for your children. So not only do you provide, but you also nurture. I love that it's the ace for both because it's like the hand that's delivering it. So you have a very personal connection with your children or your child. Divine says that that cannot be marred. Your connection with your children, protect it energetically, but it cannot be marred by anyone. Because let me tell you something about children. Even when there's, like, let's say if there's another parent, you know, like when you have a baby mama situation or a baby daddy situation, and they're off talking to the child negatively about you or something. Children always know who's who. And children always become very angry and disillusioned by the parent who tries to speak negatively about the other parent. Always. It might not happen when they're 5 or 10 or 15, but when that child reaches a certain age, they will also reach a certain level of understanding. It'll be like an aha moment, just like we saw the Ace of Swords. They're going to have a breakthrough, and they're going to realize that you are an excellent provider and an excellent nurturer, no matter what anybody has to say. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. I just wanted to take a moment to clarify that because, yeah. It's important. What else, Spirit, for this beautiful being? Ooh, they flipping all over. Okay, so Divine is reassuring you of your prosperity. As you have the Midas touch, you are able to take something that seems like not much, and you're able to bring life to it. You're able to make it grow. You have entrepreneurial and creative ability so that you can turn anything to gold. Yeah, anything into gold. You delight in sharing life's riches. Yeah, that's one reason why Divine was saying that you provide very well for your child or your children, and you also nurture them very well. One last card from this deck for this beautiful being, Spirit. Networker. This goes back to your skills with growing things and making money, making connections that bring wealth and abundance. I also see you sharing creative ideas. It's like you are able to build a community because of your creative inspiration. Yeah. Enhances unity through the sharing of information. Engenders social awareness and empathy. Yes. All right, thank you, Divine. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot. I'm gonna use the Star Tarot. I love this deck. You've already got 10 of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. Ashe. So your creative energy brings you wealth and stability. Thank you, Divine. Please give us cards for this beautiful being's current situation or conflict, whatever it is that you want them to know. One more, Spirit. Oh, yeah. 3 more. 4 more. Oh, wow. And there's some big ones. There's some big ones, y'all. Okay. All right, so we've got the 3 of Cups, Prince of Wands, the Magician, Princess of Cups, 9 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and the Lovers. Regarding a connection with other people, there's been some Energetic interference with the Page of Wands. This could be related to a child with the Prince of Wands here, okay? I almost feel like this is sort of like a separate thing from the rest of the spread. But with the Three of Cups, there's involvement with other people, and it involves emotions, feelings, connections. There was communication that was shared, but it was done so with a certain purpose. With the Magician here, it was done to sort of control or to produce a certain outcome. I feel like there are people who have gotten involved in your business, like your personal business. I feel like there's a community or a group of people that has involved themselves in your affairs, in whatever it is that you've got going on. And I'm specifically getting here, especially, yeah, with the, you've got the Prince of Wands and the Princess of Cups here. So this could be regarding your children. It's like somebody wanted to involve themselves in your, or have a say in what's going on with your children. And with the Magician, it's like they were trying to create or manipulate the situation in order to produce a certain outcome or yield a certain result. There was definitely some manipulative energy here. Saboteur had come through, okay? I hope no one went as far as like making false reports to CPS or things like that, like really shady stuff, right? I'm hoping it never got to that point. There could have been some energetic manipulation here, whether it was through words, thoughts, or rituals that someone wanted to push the energy around and create a certain outcome. I feel like there's somebody here who involved other people, like with the Three of Cups. This could have been a situation that needed to happen between two people, but you know, it's like three's a crowd. So there could have been, let's say if you're in a situation with another parent of your child. This could be a baby's mom, a baby's father, an ex, or you may still be together but things are strained, okay? But there were conversations that needed to be had between you and this person, but they got other people involved. It could have been grandparents or, you know, in-laws and whatnot. And with the Magician, they were definitely throwing their wand around, trying to create a certain outcome. Now, when I just said throwing their wand around, trigger warning. For some of you, this could involve a situation where your baby mama, baby daddy, you have become aware of something despicable or nefarious that they are doing. Okay. Here's the thing. In this spread, I'm seeing, because after that we have 9 of Wands. So I see you being courageous with this situation. I see you doing what you need to do, whether it's elevating something to the authorities or seeking legal counsel, speaking with a pediatrician, or whatever it is that you need to do in order to protect your children. Also, you know, when a family is going through a crisis, it can be very helpful to seek therapy. You can do that for your children, with your children, if you want it to be more of a family therapy situation, or if you just want to make sure that your child or your children have someone in addition to you that they can talk to receive support. Someone who's not in this like messy space, you know what I mean, with the Three of Cups. I'm getting that there was a complete lack of boundaries here. So this could be a situation where the person that you share a child with, they're not sharing your same values, okay? Their values may have gone to hell in a handbasket. They may have Spirit, give me some clarity on the energy here with the other parent. Yeah, so they might be really, with Ten of Wands, they might be going through a lot. They might be burdened. And they may have checked out, honestly, with the Eight of Cups there. They might not be pulling their weight because they are not in a healthy state or a healthy space, or perhaps this was a choice that they made. You know, that happens too. Okay? But for whatever reason, it feels like this person is not sharing in the same goals and values that you have for the children that you share. There could be like this, yeah, I'm getting like hot and cold energy, because then we have the Knight of Cups and then the Seven of Wands. Like, what is it? Are you supporting or are you not? This could be a situation where this other parent, they're checking in, checking out, checking in, checking out, and what you are not liking is the lack of consistency, because when you see that your child is not getting consistent support, it's very disappointing. The movie that's coming to me is Liar Liar, where the dad, Jim Carrey, oh my god, that movie is so funny. But it's, you know, all his movies are funny, but then like when you think about it from a deep perspective, it's really deep, you know? They teach us something. But I think that movie is really great. If this is your story, if this is your reading, watch that. Oh, 32 on the timer, Ashe. Watch that movie, because if you haven't already, it's really beautiful to see how the mom handles it. You might not agree with it, but I think it's good for just the perspective. But, you know, she doesn't badmouth the dad, even though he's a POS. Piece of shit. But she stays cool, and she's constantly supportive of the child. And, you know, it's a movie, but I think it's kind of good for some perspective, maybe, right? Okay. So then we have something else going on, because that was kind of like on the top row. So that might be what you're really, like, that's at the forefront of your mind, right? Is this child situation. Navigating that, wanting there to be peace, but also wanting to make sure that you are meeting the needs of your child, and doing so in the best way possible, where you can maintain your peace of mind, but also come through for your child in the way that they need you. With the Nine of Wands, I definitely see you setting boundaries and doing whatever it is that you need to do in order to support your child and to be strong. Okay? I'm also seeing Seven of Swords, strategic, you know, being strong and strategic, using whatever resources are around you or in your community to help you, okay? And also using energetic protection to assist you. So at the bottom here, we've got Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, the Lovers. So it seems like there's some with Two of Swords here, I'm seeing like it could be indecision, or it could be like weighing options regarding communication with a lover. So you may have this situation going on with the child and going on with a parent of your child, but then also there's this concern over love. Okay, so with the Two of Swords, it's like wanting to decide on some sort of communication with the Eight of Wands there. I see you visualizing what some communication is going to look like, how something is going to play out. You got the Two of Cups here and the Lovers. I mean, so whatever option this is that you're considering, it's really beautiful. There's a lot of good, harmonious energy here of connection, of true connection. This could be a situation where you're thinking about a child situation, but this is like kind of like on another level. You're thinking about love, you're thinking about a connection, you're thinking about romance. This does not have to be with the child's parent, okay? Because like I said, it feels like two different situations going on here. Also with networker, I'm going back to that. It feels like wanting to connect. That's what this feels like, because with the Eight of Wands here, it really feels like it's all about connection and communication. So, oh, okay, and this is another thing. With the networker card, so love, romantic love, it can be seen in magic as red or it can be pink. Because pink is like the friendly, sweet love. You know, kind of like the love you start out with. And then you warm up to the deep, sensual, red, passionate love, right? Whatever order it happens in for you, but that's kind of how I think of it. So pink love is like friendship, sweet connection. It's like lovers and friends type vibe. And then red would be more deep, sensual, passionate, where there's more intimacy there. But it feels like what Divine is saying is, if there are any concerns about communication with the Eight of Wands here and the Two of Swords, where you might be in your head about how to approach communication, this could be a new situation. Let me get some clarification on it. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me about this situation here. Okay, so we've got ego, release, surrender, and purge. So there might be something that, if this is a situation where you're approaching it or you're considering how to build it, how to approach it, how to bring it together with the networking card, okay? Divine is saying to release any worries that you have about, or that stem from the ego, where you're worried about not doing it right, or where you might be worried about how this person sees you. I know that's easier said than done, but I mean, Divine is guiding you to surrender that, you know? Also with that pink energy, it feels like what Divine is saying is to focus more on the friendship aspect of it, because this is some heavy love energy with Two of Cups and the Lovers. I mean, this is deep. So that could be what's causing some anxiety. This Two of Swords does feel like anxiety. Yeah. Divine is saying a foundation of friendship, where whatever it is that might be leading you to feel anxious is kind of left for later. I feel like there's something that either you or your person wants to say, and so it just feels like a lot of anxiety here. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, so this is about a renewal and a spark. So there could be something already existing here between you, but Divine is saying that your communication with them is going to bring about a renewal. What else, Spirit? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of nurturing energy here. Here with the Two of Swords, you might be worried about there being like, I don't know, hostility is coming to me. That might be a concern, hostility. But what's coming through is nurturing energy. Oh yeah, and at the bottom here, compassion. Okay. She's holding 2 sparklers, so I feel like the sparks are going both ways. I mean, it's between the 2 of you. You know what I mean? So communication will bring about a renewal, a spark, that it feels requited. It feels, yeah, because unrequited is like where one person doesn't like the other, right? So it feels reciprocal. It feels like a love that goes between you, an interest and a love that goes between you. Yeah, you've got integration and union. So this is sounding like a soulmate, twin flame type of connection. That could be one reason for the anxiety as well. Because when you have a twin soul love that's coming together with this sort of renewal spark energy, there's a lot of anxiety that can be felt when you're about to reunite with one another. And I say reunite because I am picking up on a past life energy, on many past life energies here. Past life connections where you spent many lives together before. So there's lots of energy already between you and the connection. And it's been lying dormant within you until you start to awaken. Your souls are like, okay, it's time, it's time, it's time. And yeah, when you can feel that, it definitely can be very anxiety inducing. Your soul isn't anxious, but your mind trying to process all of that coming together and the energy of the past lives spent together, it's a lot. There may be a lot of telepathy going on. Okay, you might be getting songs or hearing songs that are telepathically sent to you from your lover. It doesn't mean that they're intentionally trying to do that, but it's like your souls talking to each other. Okay? Your souls are talking to each other. There's something that's coming to an end here with control tactics. So this could, okay, and it went right over that situation with the child or children. Okay, and okay, I was just talking about anxiety. So there could be something else going on in your world. Now this could be with work. This could be with a previous relationship or something else going on in your life where there have been control tactics. This could be stemming from the baby mama, baby daddy drama. So if you've got this on your mind as well, Divine is saying that those control tactics are coming to an end. But what could be happening is that with this type of energy, this is an ugly energy. Okay? It's domineering, it's manipulative. So if you have been experiencing this type of energy in a previous relationship, that could be anxiety inducing for going into a new relationship. Divine, show us more regarding, okay, they said this isn't the one. This one? Okay, show us more for what this beautiful being is concerned about or worried about. Maybe what they're going through in their previous situation that's bedwetting. Mocking someone for being overly fearful. Unprocessed trauma, loss of control, shaming others. Yeah, so somebody has been shaming you. This is someone in a previous relationship. This could, hell, this could be a bad friend. But it could be a previous lover. Someone perhaps that you're dealing with now with this child situation, and they're being cruel. And so when you've got that going into your subconscious mind, and you're trying to live your life and rise to the occasion, purify your mind and do and say what you need to do and say. 44 on the timer. You're protected through all of this. That can be very challenging, to say the least. Okay, Divine says this is an adjustment period, a period of rest and reset, necessary pause for growth or realignment. Okay. Yeah, with that cocoon there, it's definitely a time of transformation. You might need to rest. With rest coming through on this card, I'm seeing Four of Swords, where you're nurturing your energy. Definitely tuning out. That was the first message of the reading, right? Tuning out. Cutting through the noise of whatever cruel intentions are being sent to you from someone from your past. Buffer. Protective barrier from external forces, ensuring you don't swing too hard in one direction. Divine is saying that awareness is your best friend at this point in time. Awareness. Because you have the intelligence and the strength that you need to get through anything. But as long as you are tuned in and allowing yourself to see the truth of what's going on around you, your soul will always guide you in the right direction. Always. Always. Yeah, there's another card for distractions. Being pulled away from what truly matters. Avoidance, resistance to truth, fear of growth. That's the job of every karmic, is to keep us stuck. Leaky boundaries, struggles to maintain clear limits, people pleasing due to fear of conflict, giving too freely. So someone is used to you giving out of kindness. Perhaps there's resistance to your change. This is the first time I noticed in this deck, there's a crown sitting there. It looks like it's sitting there on the floor. Divine says, pick up your crown and put it on. You are a queen, you are a king, okay? But this person does not want you to see your crown. They don't want you to assume that role that you have every right to assume. They were so much happier when you were just letting things slide. I feel like that's something that, because that could be this person that's taunting and being rude. That could be this person who is being very cruel regarding this child situation. Because now they're using any opportunity that they can to get you to forget that you own a crown. You own it. Just don't forget to put it on every day. You know what I mean? This person doesn't want to see you wearing your crown. That's a bunch, Divine. Up for review, reflection, analyze to determine worth. Yeah. So you may be looking at things in your life and asking what really needs to be on the list of things. Because I feel like there are things that really need your attention at this time. So if there's something that is like, there could be options that someone else is trying to add to your list. There could be additional responsibilities that someone's trying to pile on your plate. So when Divine was saying that awareness is important, that's the awareness that's coming through. Is if someone is demanding something of you, if someone is in your ear, ask yourself, is this a necessity? Is this important? Or am I being used for someone else's manipulative desires? Innocent flower, serpent underneath. Dual nature, pure and gentle on the surface, but has a hidden, more dangerous or cunning side beneath, okay? demonizing, psychological projection. Yeah, please be aware of that. A lot of the things that you're feeling right now, the heaviness, the burden, is not yours. It's coming from someone who wants to manipulate you. Kismet, invisible threads of destiny that pull people, events, or moments together in perfect, often mysterious timing. So regarding this love situation, whenever it's time, you will know. Divine says just answer the call when it's time. Answer the call when it's time. And when it is time, focus on the networking aspect. Not to make it sound like a business relationship, but I feel like there is so much heavy energy here, like heavy goodness. You know, it's like I'm seeing honey, like just flowing. It feels so sweet. It really does. And it's divine. This connection is divine. But with all of this energy of love, deep, pure, divine love and romance, plus everything that you have going on in other areas of your life, it feels like divine is saying not to put pressure on yourself regarding timing, and don't put pressure on yourself regarding making everything perfect up front, or dealing with everything, the love, the sensuality, the all of that, the heat, the passion. Allow yourself to open up to a friend, because with this type of love there will be a deep friendship here. So divine is saying to bring your attention to that, and that will help to dispel any feelings of anxiety that you have. Instead of seeing it as a hot, passionate romance, which it is going to be, that's what's coming through. But divine is saying to first focus on that sweet pink energy of friendly connection and care. Yeah, because that's something that you're both going to really want and need and desire. And then everything else will unfold in the right time. Okay? Biting the hands that feed you. Yeah, somebody bit the hand that feeds them. Ingratitude or betrayal. Refusal to be controlled, which that was never the goal, to control anyone. But what I'm getting here is that someone refused to control themselves, to control their desires. There's somebody here who's using very manipulative tactics and trying to distract you from all of the goodness and greatness in your life that you have access to. Struggles between loyalty and autonomy. Defiant. Yeah. So this is a very rebellious, stubborn energy that is kind of like in that background. But let's get some guidance from Spirit regarding that. Thank you, Divine. What guidance do you have for this beautiful being regarding this situation? Once again, spirit animal. I know it seems like, but I've got all this going on. I'm supposed to connect with some animals. There is some deep healing that's going to come to you through the animals. It really is. I don't know, maybe cuddle with an animal. You know? Just have some quiet time. Rest. Maybe take a nap. If you have a pet, take a nap with them. Cuddle with them. Alright, you might be dealing with karmic family. Someone might be chasing you at this time. Yeah. Divine says to surrender. Also, whoever is chasing you would definitely benefit from surrendering, but if they are karmic, which that's how they're coming through, karmics do not typically surrender. So divine is bringing you to a place where you surrender and move forward with focus and intention regarding what you have full access to, which is your Midas energy, creating abundance and financial stability in your world, enjoyment. I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles, where you're kind of in this independent energy, nurturing yourself, okay, and having faith for your present and your future. Not allowing any noise in the background to distract you. Kind of taking on this Seven of Wands where you're just blocking whatever is in your face, taking away your attention and your energy. Divine is recommending that you be assertive. Your yes is your yes and your no is your no. And they can love it, hate it, like it, not care, whatever it is they do, but they need to be cool with it and go on about their business. Forgiving, there is forgiveness. If there's something that you have on your conscience regarding something that you are regretful of, you know what, I keep getting that, like, there's this feeling of guilt that someone's trying to push on you, or perhaps this is within your own mind where you're feeling guilty about something. That came through with the Child card initially, where I just felt like it's this feeling where you might feel like you let someone down, and Divine is saying to forgive yourself. But I also see you embracing someone and someone forgiving you if there was a misunderstanding, or if there's something that you feel that you did not do in the way that you wish you had. I'm getting that there's something that you did that you wish you hadn't done. Whatever it is, however this fits in your story, Divine is saying to forgive yourself. And I'm seeing the Lovers here. So there's forgiveness and love as well. If that's something that you've been concerned about, Divine says there's forgiveness and love. Okay? And pull a couple from the Divine Masculine deck. Thank you, Spirit. You might feel like you're experiencing hardship right now. I just saw that card. Yeah. Divine is supporting you. That's one thing I'm so grateful for about this reading. It feels like a lot of support and healing energy is coming through. That plus your intelligence, your closeness to spirit, your divine gifts, and you embracing those gifts, you're gonna be just fine. Thank you, Spirit. There may be someone around you who is not feeling like they don't recognize their worth, and people who don't recognize their worth usually try to have that same impact on us through projection, and that projection card did come through. So it could be that, like with that, it sounds so weird though, but that bedwetting card, like somebody's trying to get you to have low self-esteem. So if you are in an environment with someone who talks down to you or tries to manipulate or deceive you, or if this is someone that you deal with at work, or perhaps this is someone who you were once in a connection with but you no longer live in the same space, but you're handling this child situation with them, Divine says please protect your energy from anything that they might try to project onto you that would result in having low self-esteem. That is abuse though. That is abuse. I'm gonna call it what it is. Yeah, you're going through an awakening. Your gifts are awakening. You're tapping into your spiritual gifts. That may be one reason why you sometimes feel like you're going through so much hardship, because when we awaken and ascend, there are actually like physical symptoms that we feel. We might feel very tired. You might have some headache. I mean, headache can also be from a lot of other things, but if you notice that you're feeling a little bit off, or maybe even a lot off, and you're going through a lot, but you're also noticing that you're tuning in more, like you're just becoming more aware of things and it feels overwhelming, that is an awakening. Yeah, Divine recommends slowing down to reflect deepening your emotional well-being or taking really good care of yourself, being very good to yourself, patient with yourself. You might experience a shift in priorities and values, and this is a transformation of the inner world. And when your inner world changes, your outer world changes as well. That's a lot of times why people will change jobs when they go through an awakening, or change careers. They'll sometimes relocate. They'll drop old habits that aren't good for them. Yeah. We're gonna leave that there. I'm gonna pull one of these cards, and then a Z180 card, and then I'm gonna we're gonna close with what are we gonna close with? Oshun. Yeah, come through, Oshun. Ashe. What message does this beautiful being need? Inventor. See, these times where it feels like so difficult and so, they are some of the most powerful times energetic wise. And so you're going to harness a lot of energy during this time, and you are going to create something that is going to blow people's minds. It's going to blow your mind too. Yeah, innovation, imagination, creative, gadgets. You might be a, what is it? I call, because my son is this, he's a tinkerer. He loves to take things apart and put them back together. Very good with tools and things. You might be that same way. Technology, groundbreaking, developments. It says it's okay to fail. Do it again and again. I'm thinking of that song, if at first you don't succeed, you can dust it off and try again. You can dust it off and try again, try again. So yeah, Aaliyah and Timbaland. That's a good one. I love playing that song. Okay, Divine says you're a mastermind, and it says modern era. Yeah, so you're up to speed on a lot of things that people need to know about, and you're a mastermind. Don't forget that. Okay, and also creating something, just doing that for, even if it's a little bit of time every day, will help take your mind away from some of the other things you've got going on and help keep you in that creative space where you are alchemizing in the physical, and that will help you to have more confidence as you alchemize mentally as well. Okay. All right, let me see if I can. Yay, I did it. Not spill all those cards. Ooh, okay, so I gotta show you this one because I just talked about this love feeling like honey. Look at that. Oshun's honey pot. Sacred pleasure, sensuality, and self-love. Okay, Oshun. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good things, like good vibes, good sweetness for you with that love. Divine is just saying to pay attention to what you're feeling, because your soul will lead you to do the exact right thing in this situation. You don't have to overthink it, you know? Just let your soul guide you, and you'll know what to do. You'll know what to do. Oshun the Protector, safety, boundary setting, and courage. Yeah. Especially with a lot of that energy that you're having to confront regarding this person, this ex, or baby mama, baby daddy. Okay. I'm also getting this for like the protection over your child or your children. Yeah. Oshun will help you with that. So will Yamaya. Yeah. Okay, so the mantra is I am safe. I love that it's about courage, safety, and boundary setting. The mantra is I am safe. When is the last time you felt fully safe? Emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You have summoned the fierce but nurturing energies of Oshun the Protector. Oshun the Protector helps ignite your inner fire, a divine force that can repel any negativity aimed at you. How much of yourself are you giving, and at what cost? Speak your truth, stand your ground, and shield yourself from negative energies that do not serve your highest good. This includes undesired situations, thoughts, or people. Strengthen your boundaries. Take this as a sign to pause, refuel, and rebuild your strength and resilience. Create a bigger safety net to protect yourself from unforeseen challenges. Protect your energy. Create a space, both physically and spiritually, where you can reconnect with your higher self without distraction or interruption. And that's important because a couple of distraction cards came through. So there's definitely some people trying to tap dance and do cartwheels over in your peripheral vision to get you to not focus on what's truly beneficial for you. And they do that out of desperation, but that's not your problem, you know? Because you have beautiful things that you're manifesting that need your focus. The divine has your back. Trust that you are protected in every sense of the word, but you need to wake up and actively participate in your own well-being. Yeah, I feel like that sounds a little harsh. You're awakened. You're awakened. But yes, just as a reminder to actively participate in your own well-being. Okay, so this is a ritual that you can do if you'd like. Choose 3 stones or crystals that speak to you. As you hold the stones, visualize Oshun of protection wrapping you in a shield of light that also extends to your loved ones. Repeat the affirmation, I am protected and surrounded by divine light. Place the charged stones and the written affirmation in a cloth bag you can carry or place under your pillow for ongoing protection. Ashe. Ashe, you are divinely protected, beautiful being. And it's my recommendation that you also speak protection over your children or over your child, over your relationship with them, and tune out any distractions that try to take away your energetic focus from what you have set your intentions to grow and to nurture. And yeah, you have a lot of beautiful things that await you. I see you crossing a bridge. You're going from one world to the other, and you will do so with grace and divine protection. Ashe. All right, beautiful being, I hope that you enjoyed this message. I hope that it brought you comfort and clarity and good vibes. And I love you. I love you, and thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.